So I've never really read the story of the Rising properly until now, and actually I've kind of fallen in love with it. I've tried to streamline the story as much as possible. Once you understand the very simple trajectory of what happened, you can come up with your own conclusion. I try to make it a little bit engaging and funny and go for the visual pun. Tom Clark, who was the mastermind of the Rising, drives to Pearse's school in Rathfarnham and he recruits Pearse. Hey Pearse, want to fight for Ireland, possibly die and have a train station named after you. I found Countess Markievicz really fascinating of all of them. She set up a Boy Scout and a Girl Scout group, and in the basement of her house she trained them to shoot rifles, and some of them became soldiers in the Rising. The signatories of the Proclamation are upstairs above the tobacconists on O'Connell Street, and they realise that this is their chance to kick off the Rising because England is distracted. Pearse reading the Proclamation, and I don't think there was even that big a crowd when he did read it. There was maybe 5 or 6 people and none of them were impressed. So many civilians at the time had no idea what was happening. So the GPO is the building that we most associate with the Rising, but actually the biggest battle that happened was at Mount Street Bridge. Only 17 rebels were stationed and hiding in the buildings around that street, and they took down 240 British soldiers. Pearse in particular was so invested by this glorious idea of an Irish state, and they have it for 6 days. They've got the tricolour flying over the city, and he looks across the GPO, it's in flames, it's destroyed, and he realises his days are numbered, I think. The rebels were shot by a firing squad at Culmaden jail, and thousands more were arrested and imprisoned in Ireland and Britain. The immediate aftermath was the Irish public, in the wake of the shootings, immediately began to take the rebels' side for the first time and began to see that they might want a free Ireland. And in 1922, they achieved that with the formation of the Irish Free State. It's been a very difficult thing to embrace this extraordinary rising. And I think that's why 2016 is going to be really important. I think it's going to lead us to see it all anew.